My Tom, bless his soul, left this world too soon, in his early 50s, with a smile that could light up a stormy day. Every weekend, I'd wander down to his grave, my basket stuffed with daisies, a trowel, and a thermos of cocoa. I'd sit there, trimming the grass, planting posies, and chattering away like he was right beside me. Tom, I'd say, you won't believe the week I've had. Mrs. Jenkins nearly swiped my pie recipe. I'd laugh, picturing him chuckling up in the clouds, probably tossing in one of his awful puns. One spring morning, I noticed the grave next to Tom's, all tangled with weeds and looking lonesome. The stone read, Amelia Jones, beloved sister. Gone young like my Tom. Well, Tom was the kindest man I ever knew, always helping a neighbor. So I figured he'd want me to spruce up Amelia's spot too. I started tending her grave, pulling weeds, planting tulips, even leaving a candle at Halloween to keep things festive. I'd chat with her too, silly things like, Amelia, hope you're keeping Tom out of trouble up there. It felt right, like we were all friends in that quiet corner. 3 years I kept at it, turning those graves into a little garden of love. Then one crisp Saturday, I arrived to find a man standing by Amelia's plot. He looked like life had roughed him up, scruffy jacket, messy hair, and a whiff of old cigarettes. He was holding a single droopy dandelion, staring at the stone like it might speak. I marched over, my usual cheery self, and said, Hi, I'm Lucy. I've been looking after Amelia here, keeping her company for my Tom next door. Who you? The man, Jake, he said, looked up, eyes all red and teary. She was my little sister, he mumbled, voice breaking. I didn't even know where she was buried till now. Ugh, my heart just about cracked. He told me he'd been lost for years, tangled up in hard times and bad choices, cut off from his family. He'd missed Amelia's funeral, and only now, with his parents gone, had he tracked down her grave. When I told him I'd been tending it, just 'cause it felt right, he started sobbing, right there in the grass. Lucy, he said, you're some kind of angel, looking after my sister like that. I just handed him a cup of cocoa and said, Nonsense. I'm just a gal with a trowel and too much time. We laughed, and something warm sparked between us, like a tiny fire on a cold night. After that, Jake started showing up every weekend. At first, he was a bit of a mess, but we'd weed together, plant flowers, and leave silly trinkets. A plastic dinosaur for Tom, a sparkly butterfly for Amelia. We'd swap stories, me giggling about Tom's love for rubber ducks, him sharing how Amelia used to cover everything in glitter. Slowly, Jake started to change. His clothes got cleaner, his hair neater, and that cigarette smell faded. He got a job at the hardware store, then a little apartment. I'd bring him my lemon pie, and he'd tease me, saying it was almost as sweet as me. One day, Jake showed up with a picnic basket and a shy grin. Jake, he said, how about we eat somewhere that's not, a graveyard? I teased him right back. What, you tired of our fancy cemetery dates? But we went to the park, spread a blanket, and laughed over sandwiches, pointing at clouds shaped like unicorns and pies. It felt like Tom and Amelia were up there, nudging us closer. Time passed, and Jake became more than a friend. He'd turned into this funny, charming man who could make me laugh till my sides hurt. One evening at the town fair, we rode the Ferris wheel under a sky full of stars. At the very top, he pulled out a ring made of braided grass, all nervous and sweet. Jake, you were lost until you found me. Will you marry me? I bet Tom and Amelia are already planning the party up there. I laughed through happy tears and said, Only if we get a unicorn cake, you goof. This weekend, I'll walk down the aisle to Jake, right there in our graveyard, with flowers and fairy lights all around Tom and Amelia's graves. We'll say our vows, promising love, laughter, and plenty of cocoa. And I swear, when the wind blows the petals just right, it's like Tom and Amelia are cheering, their hearts happy that we found each other. So that's my story, dear ones. A tale of two graves, a garden of love, and a second chance that bloomed where the daisies grow. Never forget, even in the quietest places, love has a way of finding you. Hey there, folks. If you love heartwarming stories like Lucy and Jake's, filled with love, laughter, and a touch of whimsy, hit that subscribe button. Join our community for more tales that'll warm your heart and brighten your day. Because who doesn't need a little extra sunshine? Click below to subscribe and never miss an update.